everything is already perfect. Sometimes I feel that I am so far from the path, any kind of path that would lead me to um, a destination where I feel satisfied, fulfilled, where I feel, that I'm magically in harmony with, uh, the way things ought to be, that I arrived, that this is where I wanted to be for so long. This is a dream that I've had in my heart, and I have arrived. That's how I feel right now. I feel so far from any positive direction. I've been thinking about just this idea of giving up. What giving up means to me, and I don't know. On the one hand, I go by this poster, and there's this older African American gentleman. He's probably some kind of guru, and the billboard says, "Don't give up." Now, how many times have you heard that? I'm frankly sick of it. I don't know if you're sick of it, but I'm sick of it. People want to tell me don't give up. Well, I have news for all of these people. I love giving up. I love to give up. It's one of my favorite things to do. To say, I'm not happy with the way things are going, and I don't think I can hold on any longer. I don't think I can hold on to whatever I believe I need to hold on. Other people have influenced me to believe I need to hold on to. I don't. It's not cool anymore. Things are not working for me. You know, the perception I have about how things should be going, the feelings that are inside of myself about where I am right now, it's not what I want those things to be. And so I give up, man. I give up trying. And in that regard, I think it can be a good thing. But I think a lot of people freak out if you tell them give up, that you're giving up. I have this joke. I actually did stand up on there was like an open mic stand up, where people basically comics did comedy for other comics, and it wasn't terrific, but I wanted the experience. I wanted to get up on stage and try my hand. And one of the jokes I did once, which went over like a lead balloon for the most part. I think people were attracted to my energy, but they didn't like the jokes that I had. At one point, I said, "These are jokes; they're just not funny." People laughed at that. Anyway, but one of the jokes was, I'm trying this new diet, and so far it's been working quite well. I've been very, happy with the way it's been going, the choices that I've been making with regards to food, and the diet is called giving up, something like that. I don't remember now the punchline, but that was the joke. Like, and I think it's funny because I have tried so many diets in my life. I have tried so many um, things to convince myself that I can change my behavior. Finally, I can actually be healthy. I could actually be fit. I could actually be attractive. I could actually feel good about my body, and I could actually be a different kind of person. I've tried so many things to try and meet that goal, that end. Um, And so, the despair you feel when you experience constant, incessant failure is one that I certainly don't want to experience. I don't want to experience that despair. Let's make that clear. So, giving up for me right now is a very angry place. You know, I'm very angry about my life at this moment. I'm very angry at God. I acknowledge that. I feel like if that's all I can do, I'm just gonna do that. If most of my problems are really with God, I'm just gonna tell him. I'm gonna tell God whatever I feel like at any moment. Okay. I'm gonna say, God, you know what? F this and F that and F whatever kind of thing you want to make happen for me. I don't see it. I'm not on board. I don't even know if you're good, God. I don't know why I don't know that you're good. I don't like the whole free will thing to me is a real wrench, in things. It's a real wrench in the machine. It's basically God's way or the highway. And I'm like, God, you really want me to accept that? You want me to accept your way? How can I have total like blind faith in you? Is that what you want from me? To have total faith in you? How can you expect me to even entertain that? If I give up, my I don't know what it would be, but you know, my faith in myself, my faith in my own ability to do things to get there, to become someone. You want me to give that up and just rely on you completely, totally, 100%? I don't know, God. It's kind of a tall order. You gotta show me that there's something to this, you know? There's a lot of little things that tell me that the stuff I've looked into, the stuff that I found, I'm talking mainly about the divine truth teachings, but other things as well. But that this stuff is the real deal. This is it, you know? But at the same time, I don't know. It's just like there's too much more stuff that there are too many more things that cause me to doubt. And the doubt is very the doubt is winning essentially. So I don't know why the doubt is so powerful. Maybe it's just all about feelings and whatnot. But let me try and get to the point of this video. I was just cleaning some food, just cleaning after my eating my meal, and I felt kind of inspired. And I thought, everything is working out perfectly. You know, um, I've experienced moments where I felt this sense of, gosh, I'm so bad. I could never, get into a position where I could start accomplishing things in my life. I can't ever really be anybody. I can't ever really experience the joy that somehow there's like this promise in my soul. I don't know. God gave me a promissory note or something like, you have this option. If you ever want to be really happy, you can do that. It's like God gave me his business card and said, listen, buddy, take my card, okay? You can call me whenever you're ready to, you want the good stuff, you want the high life, call me, okay? But, you have to be sincere about it. You have to be serious, okay? Not so much serious. I take that back. the idea that God would go back on something he said is funny, but I want you to be lighthearted about this, Theo. Okay, I don't want you to be serious about this. This is going to be good for you, but I want you to call me when you're ready to be sincere and you really want this, and I will help you. So, I have that business card, you know, on the bottom. It's in a box on the bottom shelf. It's behind a few other boxes. Okay, I know where it is. Okay, it's not like I didn't forget about it. I know where it is. I put it in that box. Okay, but I don't really want to use it right now. I don't really want to go and find it. I don't feel like I'm there right now. Okay, so you want to pressure me now, God? Huh? Like, I'm just honest with God. I'm just like, but the I felt that, sometimes I'm like, what if I stopped being such an asshole? What if I just stopped being just such a dirty asshole? Sorry. Um just such a prick, and just stop being so hard-minded and hard-headed, you know? And it's like in those moments I'm like, God, like I had this feeling that God has not given up on me. You know, it's like I can still uh, reach out to my heavenly parent, and as low as I think that I've gotten, as low as I think, it's like I almost want to go to the. I don't know why I feel this way. When I was young, I was like, this was a legitimate prayer that I had. I was like, God, I want to be the mattress. I want to be make me into a mattress that people can sleep on, that you can sleep on. You know, the thing that is covered by sheets that, is very, is soft and pliable and, malleable to your, to your back that you don't ever think about really. Make me that. I want everyone to have a nice rest at the end of the day on me. And somehow that's like similar. I don't know why I thought that, why that was a prayer that I had, but I remember that clearly. But like synonymous, at least in my mind, to that was this idea that I want to know what it's like to be in the lowest of the low. I want to know what those people think, what those people go through. That's what I want to know. And I can see how in my life things have turned into, I haven't done as horrible things as I could, but I'm sure there's a lot of bad things that people have done in the course of history, in the course of their lives that I know I don't want to cross certain lines at this point. I could always devolve morally and do that, but at this point I don't feel like I want to cross certain lines. But I feel that God will still be there for me if I ever did want to turn around and, you know, do the whole prodigal son thing. I'm back, God. I'm really sorry. I wouldn't sound like a jerk though, like I just did just then. I'm back, God. Blah, whatever. You want to do this now? Blah. I mean, whatever. If you want to, okay. Blah. That sounds like a real jerk. I don't want, but it's nice to know. It's nice to know. That's what I'm saying. And the point of this video is to say that, you know, people go through things. And I might not be able to convince you here. I don't know why I know this or why I feel this way, but I feel very strongly about this that people go through things, and believe it or not, things are working out for those people. People go through horrible things. People lose parts of their body. That's a very horrible thing. I would be very scared if someone cut my toe off and like fed it to me or something. Or yeah, I don't even want to say certain things. I could mention. I could mention certain things. Hannibal Lecter is one of the most insanely scary people. This character, who's a cannibal, it is so scary to me, and yet for some reason I'm drawn to it, and I'm very scared. But I don't know how that works or why that works like that. But I mean, there are some horrible things that people have gone through, and it's wrong and it's bad, and the people that make those people go through those things are clearly at fault. But let me try and get away from that point. That very strong. Uh, uh, Let me try and get move from the extreme examples to a more basic example, like falling down. Um, but it could also be the people that I see every day, the people who are handicapped and disabled. Not those necessarily that have been handicapped and disabled from an early age, but those who are handicapped and disabled at a later age. Those people have, their life has gone in a certain way, and things piled onto other things, and they are now handicapped. And I hear some of these stories, and they're pretty awful. And people get strokes. Now they can't use one half of their body. They have to hoist one arm with their other arm. They have to move like a weirdo or something, because they can't move normally anymore. They need a cane to go around. And some people really look a fright. I mean, they look monstrous almost. Some old people really look monstrous, and you can't paint your face enough to undo that. And yeah, I don't know if I'm being very inspiring. It's like I'm just wanting to talk about how bad it can get. But I don't know. What I want to say is that these things are happening for a reason. And there are a lot of people that would like to tell you that no, that's not true. That you know, there's just like needless suffering, you know? And there are certain elements of suffering, like children getting horrible illnesses, children having male and female organs, male and female genitalia. I heard of this woman who didn't have a vagina. I'm like, what? How does that work? What in the world? I heard of this guy that had a face on the back of his head. He had a face on the back of his head. And this face would actually like torment him, would actually speak to him. You can look it up. And he actually gave in to the voices, and he ended his life because he was being tortured. He was being verbally harassed. It would torture him before bed. I mean, my God. The things that people go through. That sounds pretty macabre, and it sounds like it's not true, but you can look it up. Anyway, so I don't know. To me, like, I don't run to the person who falls down because I know that they fell down for a reason. And you can call me heartless, and you can say You know, do something. Why don't you do something? How could you stand there? You know, sometimes I can. It's not that I don't want to help. If I can help, I might. You know, I usually do. But I'm not scared about it. You know, I don't freak out about it. I don't get all motherly about it. Sometimes I laugh. Sometimes people fall, and I literally laugh at them. I. La- it's not that I laugh at them. It's like I'm laughing at how. Actually, this happens when I fall down too. I'm like, perfect, great. That is so, like, well, the I don't know. It's like so well placed. Like, it's perfect timing is what I think. You know. I don't know. It's like it makes so much sense that it had to happen to me. You know, that's how I feel about it. And you know, some things I'm still figuring out. Some things I'm still very angry with God over. But I kind of still have this sense deep inside that everything is working out and everything's perfect. It literally is perfect. And at some point, you'll probably see that. And I need to end this video. I want to make this video perfect. I want it to, at 23 minutes, it goes to like a second bit that I have to upload separately. I don't have the technology currently to splice it together. So, yeah, that's basically what I wanted to say. Maybe you'll get to that point where you kind of sense that, where you feel that, you know, despite the instincts you were raised with or the impressions, the beliefs that were foisted upon you throughout your life. You know, you can get to the place where you can hang your hat on this knowledge that things are working out. Even if you don't see it, you need to have some kind of faith that there's a reason for what just happened. I think it's pretty important. Otherwise, I wouldn't have made a video about it. So I'll end it there.